Hey everybody, it's Chad with Nobody Else's Auto. If you caught the last video, you know we were hanging out at the Lawrence Swap Meet last weekend. Had a great time, got to hang out with Rico and Jess, saw some other friends, and as always, found a bunch of parts. Found some cool stuff from my collection, found a bunch of inventory, some great hard to find stuff, and that's what we're going to share with you in this video. Now, as always, if you've got any questions, give me a call, 620-786-4428. That number is in the text for this video. Commenting, things like that, I'll never see them. If you got a question, just give me a shout. Be more than happy to have a discussion about it. But that's the only way to get a hold of me. So let's check out all the cool stuff that came in this weekend. We'll kind of start off with a slow pan shot and kind of work our way over to some of the small stuff and start looking at that. Then work our way back across some of this bigger stuff. But a lot of cool stuff. Starting off right here with a box of new old stock Mopar, gauges, switches, miscellaneous things like that. Bunch of mirrors, some OE, some aftermarket, but some cool period look and style pieces. Dad got a bunch of these little tiny dog dish hubcaps. He moves a lot of these hubcaps, AMCs, Ramblers, GM stuff, Buick, Chevy Car and Truck, Oldsmobile, Pontiac, some Mopars, even an International, and a couple of really cool Jeep ones even. We'll swing our way around over here to check out these big wire caps. These are late 80s Mopar. Not the most desirable thing out there yet, but there's a couple sets of these and they're new. Some of them are even still in the box. So, not the most desirable thing out there, but man, if you needed one, I don't know where you'd find one, and those are all new. Another Chrysler horn ring. Some more miscellaneous pieces with several pieces of Mopar in there as well. Work our way over here to check out this grill. This thing looks awesome. 1936 Chevy Car Grill. This thing is original. The bottom of it's not smashed up. It's not rusted out. I don't see any rust holes in this, just a little surface rust. Even the grill insert itself is not bent up. Still got the badge on it. Great looking piece there. We'll swing our way on around and check out this other grill as well. 1946, 1948 era Plymouth. There's a lot of pieces of stainless to this grill. This is missing one splice on the top. I gotta see if I've got that on another damaged grill, hopefully. But other than a few dings and dents, not much damage to this at all, which is tough considering how many pieces of stainless that it takes to make up this grill for a 46 to 48 Plymouth. These couple boxes of Mopar here are pretty interesting. I'm going to lay these out and do a separate post on Facebook here in the near future on these. This is all late 80s, early 90s LeBaron convertible new old stock. That's a top boot for one. New old stock moldings. There's some switches and latches and things like that in there. All new old stock convertible stuff. Weather strips. They're, again, not extremely desirable stuff, but those are such neat little cars that I think at some point there's going to be a good demand for those, and finding parts is going to be tough. A few more miscellaneous pieces of new old stock Mopar, some van armrests, a temp control piece. Here's something interesting. If you're a Buick guy, you know what that is. Spark plug cover for a straight 8. Yes, that actually was a metal cover that went right over the top of the spark plugs. Commonly thrown away just because they were a pain to take off to put plugs in. Pretty decent pair of 67 GTO taillights, 77, 78 Impala headlight bezels, 78, 79 Cadillac grill, single skirt for 71 to 76 Chevy, but that worked out all right because I already had a single on the shelf and I lucked out that this was the side I needed, so I've got a pair of those again. Here's an iconic piece, the bullet nose out of a 50 Studebaker, bullet nose. Great piece there. These diamond T badges, I love these. There's two different versions of this. This one on the door. This is the earlier version. I had the later version, which is a little longer, so definitely excited to add those to the collection. A couple of cool ornaments, hood ornaments we're going to check out. 1955-56 Chrysler with the big bird and a mid-30s Packard. However, the Packard is a reproduction. Does not have the detail that an OE one has. I've got an OE one on the shelf, and it's definitely different, but this has the look and it is a cool piece. Great display piece, especially if you don't want to spend the money on a real one. 1959-1960 Chevrolet car dash. Missing a few pieces of trim, but it does have the glove box door, the ashtray, the dash cluster, and it is a good solid panel. Definitely going to be a good piece for somebody's custom project. Swivel buckets for a 73 to 77 GM A body. Those are getting really tough to find as well. Obviously the material's weak. These will need to be recovered. However, when we look at the bottom of them, the tracks and the swivels and all that stuff is all still there. Some Mopar Express Lube pieces, which you say that isn't that old, but that's probably 90s stuff, so it's probably 30 years old. If you've been hanging out with us on Sunday Night Live Chat, you know we do a lot of cans. We sell some cans. We give some cans away during trivia. Added about 200 cans to the can inventory this weekend, so stay tuned for that. We're going to have a lot of cool cans for Sunday night. STP rack, we're going to check that out a little closer on Toy Tuesday, as well as all this cool memorabilia laying here. Stay tuned on the next couple of coming up Toy Tuesdays. We'll start digging through some of that stuff, checking that stuff out as well. Next thing we got, obviously, I ended up with a ton of tailgates, which isn't a bad thing. We'll start off with a couple of panels here, though. This International, late 60s, early 70s. Really nice piece. Few little dings, but overall good and straight original piece. Same thing with this late 80s, early 90s Bronco tailgate panel. The red plastic insert's not busted up. The metal's pretty straight. Good looking piece. These first two tailgates going to be the same era as that Bronco tail panel, late 80s, early 90s. The gate itself, I believe, will fit up to a 96. However, these panels are different. And somewhere in the mid 90s, 93, 94, this red insert went to a black plastic insert. So the late 80s, early 90s had the red insert. The gates are both really nice. The panels both look really good. There's a few dingies in them, but the red plastic reflector is all intact. All the Ford letters are there. Great looking couple of tailgates for that late 80s, early 90s era Ford pickup, or if you just need the gate up to a 96, unless you're not worried about the reflector. If you don't care if it's got a red reflector, I think they'll fit all the way to 96. Back up a few more years on this Ford tailgate to 80 to 86. Once again, great looking piece with the trim panel. The plastic is not broken. All the Ford letters are still there. Nice looking tailgate there as well. Moving to some Mopar stuff, mid 70s era Dodge with all this aluminum trim on it. Gate does have a dent right here on the top, but overall looks pretty good and solid. Moving up on Dodge tailgates here to the 94 to 02 body style. The black one is a used one with a few dings and dents in it, but a good solid gate. The red one looks awesome. I believe it is a new takeoff. We'll come around here and take a look at the back of this red one. And it does not look like it's been used very hard. Last one we're going to check out is a late 90s, early 2000 era Dodge Dakota. And I know a lot of you guys are saying that stuff's not that old. That's 80s and 90s stuff. Well, 80s and 90s stuff is starting to get old, believe it or not. So that's what we got. Kind of step back, pan it again here real quick and give you a glimpse of it. So there you have it, a quick look at what we brought home with us from the Lawrence Swap Meet. Just like I said at the beginning of the video, if you have any questions about any of this stuff or any of the other inventory I've got 1,500 cars on 20 acres and 6 buildings full of inventory. Give me a call, 620-786-4428, having a quick conversation about your project and what you need for it. I need all the information I can get from you, year, make, model, body style, things like that, to know if I may have something in inventory that can help you out. So just give me a quick call. Be happy to have that conversation with you about any of the stuff I just brought in or any of the other stuff in the yard. We'll have that conversation, see if I can help you out with your project. If you like this video, you like old cars, you like old trucks, you like swap meets, you like memorabilia, be sure to check out the channel, Nobody's Show. Be sure to click that subscribe button and definitely click that notification button. We do a lot of live stuff on here as well. We have a ton of fun and you won't want to miss it. So as always, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the content from the Lawrence Swap Meet, both the sights and sounds video from when we were there, plus the inventory I brought home. And stay tuned. Some of this stuff's coming up on Toy Tuesdays on the memorabilia. Plus, we're going to give some of it away on trivia on Sunday nights. We're going to raffle off some of it. We're going to auction off some of it. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. So, hope to see you on Sunday night as well for Sunday Night Live Chat. Thanks for watching, everybody. Got any questions, give me a call. We will see you soon on the next video.